This is one of those shower Bluetooth speakers. So it's got like a suction cup to stick to the wall in the shower, and then you know, the Bluetooth speaker. But this one, I guess it fell, and something's loose inside, and it doesn't turn on anymore. When we plug it in, it does. We do get a red light, like it's charging, but it doesn't ever turn on. We can't get it to connect, and we can't see that very well, can we? But it's not drawing anything. 5 volts, 0 amps. So yeah, not sure what's going on, but let's open it up and see if we can figure it out. There's just a capacitor floating around in there, so that's clearly an issue. Oh, there's two. Interesting. And I can see where they both were. All right. So luckily these are both the same same values. Looks like 470, 10 volts. So I'm going to say that's 470 microfarads, 10 volts. So let me see if I have a couple to replace this with. I do have a whole kit. It got a little jumbled up in shipping, but let's see if I can find the right size. Alright, so I got a couple 470 microfarads, 16 volt. They are significantly larger, but I think there's plenty of room on the board to on the board and then in between the board and the speaker, so I think it should be fine. Alright, so this is actually just slightly too big. The pads are just too big, a little bit too big to cover, so I'm going to see if I can come up with a different solution. Alright, so I've also got this kind of capacitor. I'm thinking I can use this a little easier to kind of bend them out of the way. Because obviously they'd sit up taller, but that might not be a problem actually. So I think I'm going to use these. I can bend them out of the way a little bit since I can't get these pads to line up right. So let's try this. Alright, I think that will work. I'll be able to get those out of the way. So let's get this back in. So let's try this again. Still get the red light, that's good. It's still not drawing anything. Unfortunate. All right. Let's take it back apart. Let's get in and test that battery. See if the battery's maybe just completely dead. .6. It's definitely really low. Let's see what happens when we plug in again. We can't see that, but it definitely says 0 amp draw. Oops. The battery is charging. Voltage is going up slowly. So it must be pulling like 0.001 amps. So I'm just going to leave this plugged in for a few minutes and see if it changes at all. And I might grab a different amp meter here so maybe you can see better on the camera. So that one's upside down, but you can see that. Oh, there we go. This one says 0.04. So yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for a bit and see if maybe once the battery takes some charge, if it'll come on. So we'll let this sit. So this has been going for about 20 minutes or so, and I don't know if you can see on here, but this jumped up to, let's see, 5 volts, 0.54 amps. And if we get in here and check the battery, 3.5, so still a little bit low, but it's definitely taken a charge and still climbing. Yeah, so pretty happy with that. So I'm going to get this back together and hopefully give it a final test. Alrighty, let's see. Get the power up. There we go. I believe this is it here. Let's see. I think we're paired. Alright, I'm not sure if I want to play too much of that, but alright, yeah, there we go. We can see here that it works. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know down in the comments, and thanks for watching.